Hi there, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and I'm here today to talk to you about strings. This is something I normally do on my Ukes With Alex channel in my own time because it's just such a messy, big field of choice and complication and explanation, and it's not something I get a lot of chance to do on work time. But today I'm going to make an exception because we're going to launch three very special things all around at the same time here at the Southern Ukulele Store. We're going to talk about Joel from the ukulele site's Ukelogic strings, which we've just started stocking the full range, including, well, so many variations, and they need unpacking. I'm going to give you the beginner's guide to Ukelogic. We're going to talk about Southern Ukulele Store Fluorocarbon strings. I know, what are they doing? Well, we've been working on fluorocarbon strings for nearly 3 years now, well over 2 years, and we're launching an affordable set of fluorocarbon strings today in various sizes. And then finally at the end, I'm just going to talk briefly about the Ukes With Alex Rotosound strings, which we're also launching at the same time. So first up, we're going to be a bit selfish and we're going to talk about the Southern Ukulele Store strings, which you can see right here. So these strings are not kind of an overnight thing. I've been working on these since October 2018. I've lost count, but I think it's 14 or 15 different types of fluorocarbon strings over a long period of time. I went and bought various fishing lines, various string companies produced samples for us, and eventually what we settled on was something that is affordable and that we can produce and dispatch with sustainable packaging and keep the costs down because we're cutting the fluorocarbon, we're packing it and sending it all from here at the Southern Ukulele Store. They're produced for us in Japan, where many good fluorocarbon strings come from. It's actually where fluorocarbon was invented, and the factory producing this fluorocarbon for us actually invented fluorocarbon way back in 1971. So they definitely know how to do it. And the strings are great. I'm going to show you a rundown now of what you get. Nice and simple, very minimal packaging. You do get the 4 strings, clear fluorocarbon, coiled up by us with stickers to label them up, and this particular item will change from one delivery to the next, but you do get a little Southern Ukulele Store sticker in the pack as well. So we tried to keep everything recyclable because the product inside is not. That's always been a bit of a bugbear about certain strings, and power to everybody producing these things, but some customers really love to get something that doesn't have too much plastic waste, and that's what we've tried to produce here. So we're going to launch soprano/concert high G sets initially, along with a tenor high G set and a tenor low G set. The low G that comes with the tenor low G set is a D'Addario BEB 031W, a bronze wound string that has long been the most popular thing that we've introduced in the low G range. We'll use it in our GCEA baritone sets, our DGBE baritone sets, and we sell hundreds and hundreds of them a year, and the feedback has always been positive. So for us, it felt like the right low G to pair with these strings. And before we talk about Ukelogic and the Ukes With Alex strings, I will just play some sound samples for you now of the soprano concert high G set, then the tenor high G set, and finally the tenor low G set. Okay, and we're back and launching at the same time. This is actually my own project. It's not a Southern Ukulele Store project. It's something that I am packaging, sourcing and producing myself with Rotosound, a UK-based string manufacturer. So this is a completely UK-made string in UK-made packaging with a UK-made flyer, a UK-made sticker and clear nylon strings. You can see the close-up of these now. So why have I gone for nylon after talking about fluorocarbon for so long? Well, on my experimentations making these fluorocarbon sets for the Southern Ukulele Store, I found that the fluorocarbon produces a very modern, very clean sound, which is what most players want. But as a finger picker, somebody who's playing more complex and darker songs, I had been leaning towards nylon for a while. And many of the pieces that I'm transposing and teaching in my ukulele courses at ukeswith.com, cheap plug, they're going to be incorporating much more kind of finger style, almost like flamenco and classical guitar inspired pieces, and I found that these strings were the perfect match for my Ukulele Monaco and a lot of the mango ukuleles that I'm known to use. So I decided to produce these myself. They are available at Southern Ukulele Store, and you can find out more information about them as well at my website, ukeswith.com. But yeah, I'm going to give you a sound sample now of the Ukes With Alex Strings and see what you think. Finally today, folks, I'd like to talk to you about Ukelogic strings. Ukelogic strings, this is a mouthful and a brainful of information, and I'm going to try and give you the simplest, best explanation I can. Ukelogic is the product of Joel, the head tech at Ukulele Site, somebody who's been in the ukulele industry setting up instruments and helping professional musicians get the best out of their instrument for well over a decade. He's somebody that we've had quite a long, distant friendship with, because we set up a lot of ukuleles and we find the same problems and the same fixes, and he finds a lot of problems and fixes, and we share information, and there's been a good rapport over the years built up. And Joel launched his own strings about 2 years ago, and we decided now was the time to stock them and try and do the whole range here at the Southern Uke Store. And there are a few different varieties to talk about. It's a bit like Worth, where you have clear and brown, and then you have hard tensions, etc. So I'm going to try and give you the simplified version now. The first type is the pink fluorocarbon. So this is a pink fluorocarbon string. It's not bright pink, it's a translucent pink fluorocarbon. I find it to be slightly softer tonally than the clear fluorocarbon, which is the other type he does. So you have, put this one down a second, you have pink and you have clear. You also have soft and hard tensions available for each set. So you would have a soft or a hard high G pink, or you would have a soft or a hard high G clear. And then he also does a variety of wound strings for the low G. So you can either get SW4 strings, which are strings that have a smooth wound fourth. That's typically a string that feels a bit like a Fremont soloist. Or you have strings with an FW fourth, which is a low G, like a Tomastic violin flat wound string. Do you get it? Maybe not. But okay, well, what I want you to do is just, when you're looking through the website of these, just have a look at the descriptions. I've made a point of putting the individual gauges and the spec for what you might need these strings for in each listing. And it is a bit confusing at first, but the product is fantastic. If you're after a premium string, it's a fantastic choice. It's a good alternative to Worth. And what I like about the pink strings and the yellow packets with these smooth wound and flat wound strings in particular is that they're a completely unique product. You won't find something else like this packaged up by another company. And that's what we've tried to do with those Southern Ukulele Store strings and the Ukes With Alex strings as well. So lots and lots of new ukulele strings for you to try. I'm going to play you some sound samples now of Ukelogic strings. I'm going to keep it simple because I haven't got the time to restring a lot of instruments and these are expensive. So I'm going to do a pink set on a Canalea concert, and then we're going to do a baritone strung up with clear strings with flat wound fourths. There you have it, folks. We've looked at Fluorocarbon strings, the Southern Ukulele Store strings, the Ukes With Alex strings, and the Ukelogic strings. But which was your favourite? What are your experiences with these strings? And what would you recommend to people looking to try something new? My favourite thing about the ukulele is how unique many of the accessories and add-ons are. I've come from 20 years of playing guitar, and a bronze string is a bronze string. You either get phosphor bronze or 80-20, and any other variation is nowhere near as popular and nowhere near as adaptable to different situations. If you play electric guitar, you get stainless steel or nickel, but really everybody uses the same kind of thing made by different manufacturers. With the ukulele, you've got lots of different factories producing lots of different things, and the experimentation never quite ends. I'm going to leave some important links in the description for you, but thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.